Hey there, it's J-Rod here for Rich Retirement TV, and today I'm going to show you 3 of my favorite breakout semiconductor stocks. But before I do, I just need to highlight here that in case you missed it, stocks are rebounding in spectacular fashion. Just when you thought they were down, they really have presented you with a come from behind victory. And it should not come as a surprise. Tech stocks have been the leader of the last 10 years easily, and I believe they'll be the leader for the next 10 years as long as tech companies are innovating and making things easier for us as people to do, and easier for us to do it more cheaply than we've ever done it. Saving human lives, all the great things that tech companies do for us. These stocks are going to continue to soar, and we saw that rebound epically, and I believe we're going to continue to see as the world reopens a great surge in these stocks, particularly in semiconductor stocks, which are really breaking out. When I ran my screener for this week, holy hell, it was incredible, the breakouts here. So I'm gonna break right into those. But first, I want to show you this chart here. Just take a look here. Again, tech's been the whipping boy of the stock market for quite some time. But you take a look here at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's up 18% over the last 6 months, but specifically semiconductors, which are really the driving force behind technology. Almost every technological device that performs a function has semiconductors in it, right? They're the brains of tech devices. We're looking here at SOX, the ETF that tracks semiconductors, blowing away the NASDAQ by 3 times here, up 42% versus 18 for the NASDAQ. And even though we've seen pullback here, you take a look here in February into early March, we've got a pullback. We are back to rip roaring highs for semis, and let's take a look at 3 of these exciting names right now. So first name on my list is Avnet. That's ticker AVT. These guys they're distributors of semiconductor supplies. So if you're making semiconductor chips or semiconductor equipment, AVT is one of the companies that goes in there, sources those things for you, and they are just exploding here. You take a look just in the last couple of days, we see an explosive move here above 42, which has really been resistance for the stock, and that follows a really nice consolidation here. Really, after the soaring run the stocks had in November, we see a nice consolidation here and holding at the 50-day moving average, which is the red line here, just exploding here. This is a stock I see easily moving to $50, $60. As the supply chain for semiconductors opens back up again, the ABT is in a prime position to capture that upside. But in the short term, a lot to love here. And the longer term, the breakout you see here, let's zoom in just a little bit here. You've got an even longer term breakout here that's worth noting. There we go. Yeah, so you just a big break here. And again, you take a look at moving averages. I love when the stocks take over the averages, and we've got a big breakout here above the 200-week moving average. And you see here, I think there's a lot of room here for the stock to reclaim its 5-year high here at just under $50. So that's stock number 1. Let's take a look at stock number 2. On to innovation. This is another semiconductor related name. These guys make semiconductor testing equipment for very, very specialized types of chips. So very high-end, high-performance chips. They make equipment that goes in and finds defects right? And it helps you identify, if you're a chip maker, it helps you identify any kind of problems with your chips, any changes. It helps you identify changes that you might need to make to your process or what have you. And this is another name, just like Avnet, just exploding. The stock's more than doubled in the last 6 to 8 months, and breaks out huge here above 67.50, which has been an area of near-term resistance. And just like Avnet, pulled back here February, March, but held very strong here at the 50-day moving average. And this is stock, I see, take this range here between $67.50 and $55 a share. That gives you $12.50. It gives you a price target at the breakout here at $67.50. That gives you a price target of $80. So more than 20% upside from where the stock is trading now. And again, clear runway here for the stock to move higher as semis chug higher. Last stock on my list for today is CMC Materials. That's ticker CCMP. This one's a little bit more expensive than the other two stocks that we just looked at here, but the breakout is just beautiful. I'd be remiss not to put it in front of you here. Move myself out of the way, but you got the stocks kind of moved in a sideways pattern compared to the other two stocks that we've looked at. But through much of the time here, it's held at the 200-day moving average, over the last, say year or so. But just, the last couple of days, it explodes here above 180. That's been the area the stocks had real trouble getting past, just so, in 2021 alone. But it's done so in spectacular fashion here on the 1st of April. Stock blast through here 6%. And four straight up days for the stock. Volume hasn't been explosive like the other couple of breakouts we've seen on a higher volume. But I like here the force of the move and the momentum that we've seen ahead of the move and then after the move. But you've got a roughly $50 range here between 180 and 130. Where the stock's been trading for, let's say, much of the last 6 months. You throw that on top of the 180 breakout, that gives you 230 here. But easily, again, this is just like the other semiconductors names. We could see that momentum push the stock even higher. 250 is not out of the question for this name. And these guys, I didn't mention this at the top, but they are another company kind of like Avnet that supplies chip makers with supplies here, and that supply has been tight, thanks to the pandemic. But as the world is reopening and trade is resuming on a higher level, the supplies that chip makers need, that tech companies need to get their products to market, is opening back up. So these three names are all three going to take advantage of this momentum as key names related to the semiconductor space. Again, at the top we looked at Avnet, that's ticker AVT. Then we looked at Onto Innovations, that's ticker ONTO. And last but not least, we looked at CCMP, that's CMC Materials Incorporated. If you're looking for the rebound rally stocks, look no further than these three names, or semiconductors in general. And thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, I'm J Rod for Rich Retirement TV. See you next time.